Welcome back to the Team to Beat Miami Heat podcast. My name is Amir. Thank you for listening to the podcast on Apple or Spotify. Also, thank you for watching the podcast on YouTube. If you are watching on YouTube, if you guys could subscribe to the channel, that would mean a lot to me. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. So for today's episode, we want to talk about surprise, Donovan Mitchell once again. So Donovan Mitchell apparently talked to Adrian Wojnarowski of ESPN, and he said, "I'm happy in Cleveland." So after the Cleveland Cavaliers lost to the Boston Celtics and Donovan Mitchell missed multiple games, the last two games with a calf strain, he was in street clothes, and then people started speculating, what is his future with this team? Is he going to sign an extension? And the Cavaliers right now can offer him an extension this summer, and it would be a 4-year, $209 million contract extension. And who knows if he's going to sign it right now? He did not mention anything about the extension. But again, ESPN's Woj came out and said, "Hey, I reached out to Donovan Mitchell today, and he was emphatic in telling me that he is not disgruntled with anyone or anything in Cleveland. In fact, he said to me, I am happy in Cleveland. I've been happy since I arrived in Cleveland. He thinks this team has made progress this season, but as he said, he's not into just going into the second round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. He wants more." So Donovan Mitchell knows the question that is coming for him now in this offseason about his future in Cleveland. He said, "I know I've got a decision to make this offseason. My agent and I will talk to Cleveland about that at the right time." He also emphasized, "I'm not leaving this season unhappy. I'm leaving it more determined." So, what does this all mean? Does this mean that the Donovan Mitchell sweepstakes for NBA teams is over and that he's going to resign? Or do you think this is just lip service right now? And Donovan Mitchell wants to keep up a reputation that he is happy, that he has not forced a trade. He did not even request a trade to leave Utah. Utah just saw the writing on the wall and read between the tea leaves and knew that he was not going to resign with them. And instead, they traded him a year before his contract was up, similar to what the Cavs can do this offseason. And they received a ton of assets. They got like 4 first-round picks, Colin Sexton, Lowry Markkanen, and some other pieces. And so he's probably saying good things so that Cleveland still has leverage right now and wants to make sure that, if he does get traded, that he gets a good return. And also he can play ball with Cleveland to essentially determine where he wants to go. And he could also do that in theory himself with leverage, saying, "Hey, I have one more year next season, and I have a player option in 2025 for 34 million, 35 million, whatever it is." And he could basically tell the Cavs, "I'm not going to resign or extend, so trade me to a team." And if the Lakers come out of the woodwork, which are now apparently interested in him and have a package, if the Nets are interested and have a package, he could basically tell those teams, "Hey, I'm a 1-year rental, and I'm not going to sign an extension with you and stay long term." Essentially, like I want to go somewhere else. He could play hardball that way, essentially. But either way, I'm not assuming this is going to end anytime soon. And my boy Ernest on Miami Heat Talk had a video similar to this today, and he also felt the same. Woj is a mouthpiece for NBA teams. He mentioned how he was a representative of the Portland Trailblazers, leaking information that benefited Joe Cronin and the Portland Trailblazers. And so he could be doing the same right now for the Cleveland Cavaliers, trying to make sure that they do get a good return potentially for the possibility of them losing a superstar, which sucks. I mean, it always sucks when you lose an all-star level type player like Donovan Mitchell. But I don't know. I think it's still up in the air because he did not say, "Hey, I love this team. We made some strides. I'm not disgruntled or mad at my teammates, and I'm going to sign an extension this summer." He has put it off before in the past. So in 2023, he had an option to extend. He declined that option. He didn't move forward extending the contract. And he said, "Hey, I don't have to revisit this till next summer. Next summer is now." They are eliminated. It is officially the offseason for this the Cavaliers. And like he mentioned, he's gonna get with his agent and he's gonna talk to the Cavs. So it's decision time. And he ultimately has not said, I don't want to go anywhere else. This is the only team I want to play for. I want to play for the long term contract for 4 years, and I want to re-sign. He hasn't said anything at all at this point. So that doesn't mean the Donovan Mitchell sweepstakes is over, in my opinion. There are going to be changes for the Cavs. Obviously, there's going to be changes for the Miami Heat. With the Cavs, they are probably going to fire coach JB Bickerstaff. And they also mentioned, according to Shams, that this backcourt of Mitchell and Garland are not working. So if Spida decides to extend with the Cavs, they're going to trade Garland. If he doesn't extend, then they're going to keep Garland, and we're going to assume if Spida doesn't sign that extension, he's going to walk. And they're going to have to, again, trade for him this off season or before the trade deadline, before Spida walks away in 2025 as an unrestricted free agent and goes to any team that he wants. The thing about Miami is that we absolutely need to trade for him because we don't have any salary cap. We're in the first apron right now at like 189 million. We have a few player option contracts with Caleb Martin, Thomas Bryant, Jay Rich, K Love. So we'll see where we're at with that. But next season, we're not going to be able to outright sign him for 50 million a year or whatever he wants, 55 per year, with a 4-year max. And we need to trade, and we have the assets to do that. We have one of the best packages of, as my boy Florida Boy in the comments always talks about. Shout out to him. That yes, other teams have more picks, but we have a better blended offer with a good player in Tyler Hero. We have him who can average obviously 21 points per game. We have one or two young assets, Jaime Jaquez or Jovic, and then we have 2 first-round picks. So the combination of those 3 players, or 2 players perhaps, and 2 first-round picks is better than perhaps what the Lakers can offer, which is 3 first-round picks, which aren't going to be amazing picks because they still have LeBron. And if they get Mitchell and AD, then they're obviously going to be contending, and those picks aren't going to be great anyway. They're going to be late round picks, but they're going to throw in Austin Reeves and like Rui Hachimura, and those two, honestly, I'd rather have Hero, Jaime, and Jovic compared to those players. And same with the Nets, they're going to throw in Cam Johnson, who's been a good role player, and then they have a couple other pieces, but they don't have any young assets. Like they have expiring contracts, like a Dennis Schroeder filler kind of contract that they can throw in with a Cam Johnson, but they don't have a bunch of young up and coming assets. They're not going to trade Mikal Bridges if they want Donovan Mitchell. They want to pair them together. So anyway, like my boy Ernest said in his video, I'm not worried right now. I think once we hear the words, I am signing an extension with the Cleveland Cavaliers, then that's where the Heat need to go to plan B, C, and hopefully D. And for me, plan B would be possibly Trey Young, even though I hate Trey Young, and I can't believe I said that out loud, but Trey Young, maybe an Ingram, possibly. I don't know what other star might request to trade this offseason. But those are some of the biggest names out there. So plan B could be Trey, plan C could be Ingram, plan D could be like hoping a Jonas Valanciunas decides to take the minimum and join the Miami Heat. Plan E would be like trading Tyler Hero for 2 pieces, like 2 good $15 million per year because he's making 31 next season. Get 2 guys that make 15 each, like a KCP made 15 this season. Bruce Brown, might go back down to like something like 13, 14, or 15 versus the 21 or 22 that he's making. Sound like a 2-year, $40 million deal. And so he's going to be possibly available. So getting those 2 types of players, like imagine getting Bruce Brown on this Miami Heat team, plus whoever else we could from the Toronto Raptors. Could be a good plan E. So either way, it's going to be an interesting offseason, very intriguing. Who knows what direction the Miami Heat are going to go, but we're still on Spida watch. Hopefully it doesn't last 3 months like last season or last offseason with Damian Lillard. Rip the Band-Aid off early if we're not going to get him, please. Like just say you're either extending or say like I only want to go to Brooklyn or LA or whoever at this point. Just I mean, for content's sake, I would like to make content about Donovan Mitchell throughout the summer, but I don't want it to be the same scenario as last season when Damian Lillard, after 3 months of rumors and only saying the Miami Heat, for us to lose out on Damian Lillard when he's at the last second caved in saying he'd be okay going to like the Bucks or whoever else, and they came and swooped in, and we all know the rest is history. But anyway, that's all I have for today's video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Do you think Donovan Mitchell is going to sign his extension with the Cavs and stay with them for 5 more seasons, essentially? Or do you think he wants to actually go to a contender, join the Miami Heat, join possibly even the Los Angeles Lakers or any other team? So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Have a good day.